I think Mondays can sometimes feel kind of gray or like I don't know anybody in the whole world.
I was trying to embarrassingly trying to sustain that bad mood, and he came along and I couldn't. Like he's just so cheerful, and he's like, anyway, not everyone has a Milo in their life, but physically hug someone, especially your children or someone else's kid, if it's not creepy. I don't know. And now I sound like a creeper. Like
I hate swans. I'm terrified of them.
They're scary.
Yeah. Yes. Along with that, I have call your grandma. She'll put some things in perspective for you.
Yeah.
Like you have your health and your youth and your energy yet. I mean, my grandma has her health and her youth and her energy yet too, though. So, but yeah.
Whenever I clean my windows, I'm like, why did I not do that sooner?
Yeah.
And it just gives you a clear perspective, if I may.
It's so hard though. Oh, Shayna.
There's nothing more satisfying.
Why didn't I think of that one? That was so good. I think that's the star right there. Dun, 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 dun. Like the
theme is rolling.
The theme is rolling through my head, like what they just heard. Now you've heard us say a bunch of audacious things that make you want to watch, right? Like
yeah.
Usually at the beginning.
Yes.
The trailer.
Like, what did she just say?
Oh my goodness. Welcome back. We're excited to be here. Hopefully you are too. I have a Zook's chicken pie sitting in my fridge calling my name. I should go put it in the oven now so it's ready when I'm done. I'm so hungry. What did you guys have for supper?
I can't say it.
What?
I made hot dog soup.
What?
You're always saying how every recipe I share has hot dogs in it. And
Honey, I'm Homemaker has now stooped to a new low. We're now endorsing hot dog soup.
My mother used to make it. And it's basically like a cheesy potato soup with hot dog slices in it. And I'm sorry, but it is delicious.
It's hot dogs floating in liquid.
It's like potato soup. Cheesy potato soup with hot dogs in it. Finley ate it.
Potatoes, hot dogs, celery, carrots.
Yeah, onions, sauteed onions. And then like cheese, milk.
It's good we're not sharing our recipes in this season.
Whatever. I thought about today. I was like, wow, here I am making a hot dog dish, and Megan mocks me for and I don't even make hot dogs, like hardly ever. But
it just happened.
It just happens that I shared like how many hot dog recipes so far?
And
Two.
of course, I had to ask you what you made for supper tonight. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, why don't we get started with our favorites, our recommendations before we get into today's topic, which I think is going to be really fun, really applicable.
Yes.
And yeah. So what do you want to talk about?
My phone case. I had talked about it before, but I just wanted to again say that I am still loving it. I think I'm on my third one.
What's the brand?
It's called Wally Case. Not sponsored, but they should sponsor me. The elastic wears out after a couple months because, you know, you're using it a lot. But it's always fun to get a fresh case too. And I keep my ID and my credit card in there, and it keeps my phone safe. I have not cracked a screen since using these cases, and I am notoriously bad for cracking screens. I love it. I think they're pretty. They have tons of beautiful options, and they're comfortable, and they work great.
But you went with brown diamonds. Did that at all like throw back to Eric's belts in high school?
No, but no.
Did you subliminally pick it because of that?
Maybe. I would have thought of that.
Eric and like his
they were
skating,
black.
His skating buddies, they always had like the black and white check.
Yeah,
belts.
black and white check.
Okay, never mind then. You just like chess.
I don't know. I just thought it was classy.
Yeah. Am I knocking your cell phone case?
Of course you are. That's okay. I like it.
I think it's adorable. Yeah, it's fine. I use Casetify because I am not fit to have anything other because I will break every screen I have. But apparently that's Megan proof too, possibly.
I don't know. You should try it. I really like it.
Yeah, my favorite is right now currently I'm so moody when it comes to food. So I'm extra awful like when I'm pregnant, which I'm not. But I'm so moody with food, and right now I'm all about the prickly pear. Prickly pear, anything. We were in Arizona, and they had prickly pear stuff, and so I don't think I can even link it down below. I don't know. I'll maybe try. The restaurant store has like prickly pear syrup, and you add it to like lemonade. Oh, it's so good.
It sounds good.
Prickly pear is not pear. It's like a fruit that grows on a prickly pear cactus.
Oh.
Yeah, Josh thought it was like a pear flavor.
Yeah, it would have.
No, it tastes like a combination of watermelon / bubblegum. So I was going to make you one tonight, but I didn't have time to do all the lemons.
Okay.
If I had some like ready-made Simply Lemonade or something, I could have. Yeah. Anyway, I just didn't. I told Josh I'm going to quickly do some lemons. And he's like, no, you have to sit down and test the mic.
Well, it sounds amazing.
Blame him.
Hopefully
Anyway.
we also sound amazing. So.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get into today's topic. Do we have any comments to say about our outfits? Actually, they kind of have to do with one of the points, do they not?
Yeah, But my sister-in-law was talking about how she was trying to go for like the old money aesthetic, you know, like the blazers, sleek lines, white creams. That is so appealing to me. Like, I would love to do that. Like, yeah, maybe as I start looking on Amazon for things to buy. And I think I had already bought this, and it came and I was like, wow. And then what did I buy after? What just came today? A Carhartt coat. Like, I can't. I would have to change my whole personality to pull off this old money aesthetic, and I'm thinking about it because it is so pretty and it's still appealing. Like, that's what I want to be, but here I am.
Yeah, don't watch like house tours of like people. Like, I was watching somebody from Australia with her like coastal boho house, and I just wanted to burn my house to the ground and start over.
I want to burn my entire wardrobe, my entire personality, and just recreate myself to look like a rich, wealthy old woman, I guess.
That is definitely something. Like, turning 30, I've also been like, why do I need to be put in a box? Like, wear the flamingo shirt because I'm only getting older. Like, do it now. Like, wear the bright pink. I don't know. Like, whereas like 5 years ago, I was trying to look grown up, and now that I'm like 30, I'm like, I don't even care.
I showed Joelle this shirt, and I was like, she's like, you better take that back to wherever you got it from. And I was like, I'm gonna see if Megan will let me wear it on the pod, and she's like, she will never.
And here we sit. Anyway, I don't know how your week has been going, but hopefully our conversation today can feel like you're hanging out with a friend. Maybe you're doing chores while you're listening to this. I don't know. Just make sure you glance over and look at Gina's flamingo shirt once in a while.
If you need your day brightened.
Yeah, exactly. But that's kind of what today's topic is all about. I didn't know how I wanted to title it, so the title was definitely thought about a while before I typed it out. At this point, I'm thinking, just ways to glow up your life when you're not your own favorite person. I don't know. I feel like
boosters, pick-me-ups.
Yeah. I don't know. There's lots of reasons and things that can like get you down. It could be just like a general bad attitude. It could be life circumstances. It could be spouse situations. It could be, here, I have a list. What would I refer to my list?
Sick kids.
Yeah. Oh, that's like a big one. My goodness. Yeah, for sure. Oh, you might be feeling guilty about something or regret about how you handled yourself in public or feeling left out, feeling burnt out, feeling anxious, depressed, feeling like your life is harder than everyone else's, or feeling like the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. Yeah, I think I hit most of the ones. Stress, boredom, you know, you can just feel down. Sometimes I always have a purpose. I get up, I have my to-do list. The other day, I was literally feeling listless and unproductive, and it was like a funk, and I was like, who am I?
For you.
I was having, yeah, it is. And you know what? It goes away. But yeah, I was like, what do I do? I had a whole hour of undiscretionary time. I could do whatever I wanted with an hour because I got done an hour early with what I was planning to do. And I didn't know what to do. I'm like, I can't think. I always plan the night before and I max out my day. It's a sickness.
I can't imagine being that scheduled. Like,
well, it's not scheduled. It's that.
Yes, it is.
No, it's that my sister usually comes. She usually comes for 2.5 hours, and she had to leave early or something. So I was like, okay, well, I can't do any more YouTube work. I had plenty of work to do.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't do YouTube while my kids are around. So I was like, okay, what do I want to do with my kids? I could go to the park. I could go to grocery shopping. Should I be productive? Should I just do something fun? Anyway, that was no funk. So anyway, that's like a cheerful funk. You know what I mean? Where you know it's nothing serious. You still feel down, but it's nothing serious. And that at least lightens the mood a little bit. Sometimes there's real like hard things in life.
And I think it's important to note that these things that we're going to mention, like they're not going to save your soul or change your life. We're just talking about simple ways to like in the moment, just brighten your spirit a little bit. You know, sometimes there's real work that you need to do. Maybe you need counseling. Maybe you need some time in the Word, some time in prayer. That's not what this is about. This is just about simple, easy ways to instantly, hopefully, just improve your attitude, improve your mood, not like your spiritual situation, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that deep, as people say.
Right. Don't take this so seriously.
I have just gotten a couple different ideas for titles now. Something like, oh yeah, everybody's always like 5 things that 5 or 17 life changers.
Yes.
Like maybe this should be something like
it's not a life changer.
So life-changing life changers.
Yes, there you go. But yeah, we're not trying to change anyone's life. We're just trying to brighten your day.
Yeah, or like make you, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Duh. I used to love doing that. Why didn't I do that lately? Yeah, so why don't you just get the ball rolling? This podcast is either going to be extra short or extra long. It remains to be seen.
Okay, yeah, we'll see. One thing that can really make me feel better about myself as a person is to clean out a drawer. Any drawer that needs to be cleaned out. Make it look better, and I feel like it just does something for your mental state as well.
Yeah, and it's like easy and to find. Like one thing.
Pick
okay.
one drawer, clean it out.
I wonder how many of these will have the same, but I have a lot.
Did you have that one?
My one is don't look in the mirror if you're not feeling good about yourself. Because
yeah, avoid it.
I have already done that where I like, feeling anxious. I like look in the mirror and be like, I would like just state the facts. And it always makes me feel worse. I'm like, why did I do that? So I don't know. Maybe some people think that tip works. For me, I'd be like, avoid it. But along that line, I'll just combine that with my next one, which is if you need a little mood boost, put on some chapstick, wash your face, brush your teeth, and put on some chapstick, and you'll feel a little bit more like a human.
I have put on some lotion and fix your hair, take a shower. So
I have put on deodorant.
Yeah. Freshen up, basically.
Yeah. I think this kind of goes along with, too, like a marriage tip. It's not always about looking good for your spouse. Oh, my goodness. # oppressed wife, whatever. No, it's like just feeling like a human yourself. You know, you've been around kids all day and whatever. And I don't know. Just it's for you, too.
Hug a kid, your own children, or I have a nephew that loves to give hugs, and he's just the most happy, cheerful little boy. You cannot be sad around him. I was in a bad mood the other day, and I was trying to,
Milo?
Yeah. I was trying to embarrassingly trying to sustain that bad mood, and he came along, and I couldn't. Like, he's just so cheerful, and he's like, anyway, not everyone has a Milo in their life, but physically hug someone, especially your children or someone else's kid, if it's not creepy. I don't know. And now I sound like a creeper.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hug someone. I think sometimes physical contact with another human being can really help.
Oh, that goes with one of mine. I have just get down on the floor with your kids. And yeah, if you're feeling like a bad mom or whatever, just stop, get down on the floor, get eye level, make funny faces at each other. I don't know. It doesn't have to be that deep, like we said, and then get back up and do what you're doing. Just that pause helps.
Listen to scripture on audio. Maybe the Psalms can be encouraging. They can also be depressing. The Psalms, when you read the Psalms, it tends to be like sad, but I think sometimes when you are sad and maybe a little bit depressed, listening to something that is depressing actually makes you feel better. It's weird the way that works, but try it sometime. Because I think that there's something about the empathy or just acknowledging the state that you're in. Once you acknowledge it, then maybe it's a little easier to pick yourself up and move on. I don't know. But I think when I'm down, maybe a little depressed, listening to some perky praise and worship music ain't gonna cut it. I need something angsty.
And one of mine says, blast music.
I knew you were going to pick that. And I was like, no, that wouldn't. Yeah.
It's all in the situation.
Different.
It's all in the situation. If you're feeling lonely or something like that, you need like some, Anyway, I have another one, get out of the house. Another one I have is go on a drive, kind of the same thing. I feel like we are keepers at home, but that doesn't mean you have to stay at home all the time. I don't know.
Right.
I think I actually intentionally leave the house at the hardest part of the day with my kids. Like we go out when I'm trying to get my baby 1-year-old, whatever he is, through his like slump where he's tired and he wants a nap, and I'm like trying to wean him off 2 naps a day, and so we go away or we go outside, and it changes up the scenery.
Something else is to do something nice for someone else, and I think that takes your attention off yourself and puts it on someone else. And if you're not thinking about yourself and your problems, it can boost your mood. And just the fact of serving someone else, whether you're just simply writing a note card and putting it in the mail, or signing up to make them a meal, or I don't know, saying hi to the neighbor lady and listening to her chat for a little bit. Anything that's blessing someone else, I think, can be a mood booster.
Yes. Along with that, I have call your grandma. She'll put some things in perspective for you.
Yeah.
Like you have your health and your youth and your energy yet. I mean, my grandma has her health and her youth and her energy yet too, though. So, but yeah, she'll boost your mood. And then another thing I had too is drop something off at a friend's door or do something for somebody else, like you said, because it gets your mind off yourself. And if you're in that state of maybe feeling left out or lonely or anything like that, I know that's a big. I reference that kind of a lot, and I don't feel like that's my stage right now or anything. But I know I have a lot of like people that live in like more rural areas, and it's just harder to get out and get human connection and stuff. And so I hear you. Like I understand. So yeah, you don't have to even be like super tight friends. It could be do something nice for the neighbor lady or something. My next one is Google how to fold something in a fancy way. You could like fold your towels and like it kind of goes along with organizing, like making something like special. Or along with that too is just move a piece of furniture from one room to another, or create. Actually, I'm just going to lump these couple together. I have create beauty in some way, either like print out a pretty verse that could help you and boost your mood. Like there's all kinds of free printables online that are pretty. Just go on Pinterest, or you can buy them too. Put it on your fridge or at your window. It can be like decor. Or like I said, move a piece of furniture, create a new centerpiece for your table. I don't know. Create beauty in a very simple, easy way. Like don't get out the paint cans and the ladder when you're in a bad mood and start randomly painting a room. Like think that one out a little bit.
Something that makes me happy and gives me the utmost satisfaction is to throw things away. So maybe find like something bigger, something substantial that has been like that you want to get rid of, and just choose that moment to throw it in the trash. Make sure it's not your husband's or something.
Or like,
that
I'm not going to clean around this one more time. Or
like there is nothing more satisfying than taking something of substantial size that's worthless and throwing it in the trash. And better yet, or sell it. Just get it out.
Decluttering is...
There is nothing more satisfying.
Why didn't I think of that one? That's so good. I think that's the star right there. Another one I have is sit in the sun and get a little color on your face. I'm not endorsing like too much sun, obviously. But
Vitamin
there's
D.
something about when you do not feel good about yourself, getting some sun. Or maybe it depends what your mood is. Maybe that would make you feel unproductive and you would hate yourself more or something. I don't know. But I think sometimes that's the answer.
The next one that I'm going to say is exactly opposite of what I said last. But buy something pretty. One time when I was going through a hard time, I bought these. I actually talked about them on here before, my little glass mugs. And I was amazed how much joy they brought me. And then I say this with great caution, because after I got those mugs and I saw how happy they made me, I was like, what else can I buy to make myself
retail
happy?
therapy.
That's very dangerous. And that is not like a road that you want to go down. But like maybe just say, you know what? I'm going through a little bit of a hard time right now. I'm going to buy one $10 item to something pretty to pick myself up. And I think it's worth it. And I think it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the problem would be if it's like the same thing every time, or like an addicting thing. Like, I'm having a bad day, gotta have my wine. Right. Or I'm having a bad day, gotta make my sugary coffee. Like if you have a crutch, that's probably where it's scary.
You can definitely take it too far. But for me, like, it was so simple and it helped.
It's not like you're immediately running to Amazon every time you have a bad day. It was
but I had to guard against that. I did. And I was able to realize it for what it was and, put a stop to it before it went any further. But those mugs, like, it was something I used every day that just, like you said, brings a little beauty into your life. So, yeah, definitely use caution with that one. But don't be afraid to also invest in beauty in your life.
Kind of goes with the other one. Yeah, I have make a list. Sometimes that just makes you feel... okay. Makes you feel nauseous if you're Jada. But making a list. And then my next one was... read your Bible and highlight something with like a colorful highlighter. That sometimes helps.
That's a good one.
Okay, so don't make the list then, I guess. That like clears my mind sometimes.
I get it.
Or like if it's like I feel listless, I don't know what I should do next. You make a list and all of a sudden it's like, wait, I can't do anything on this list. I have to do that. Or like, I don't know. Yeah. Lists bring clarity.
A lot of people like lists, just not me.
That's fine. It takes all types.
Light a candle if you need candles. Megan's your girl.
These aren't supposed to be here. This is from our other... The cat's out of the bag. Now they know we filmed two episodes in one night.
I think they knew that.
Yes. Anyway, I'll get these out of the way.
You're welcome for the plug.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, aromatherapy.
Light a candle, you said.
Yes.
I have eat something green. I know sometimes I'm not a binge eater or anything, but the one day... It was a Sunday afternoon, I think. And you know how you sit around on Sundays more so? I did go on a walk then later, but I don't think I have disordered eating of any kind, but I ate half of like the Hershey, the plain Hershey chocolate bars that you put in s'mores. They're so flat. So I ate 6 squares of them. Usually I eat just 3. And then I think I was just thirsty. I don't know, but I just had to have more. I went back and finished off the whole chocolate bar. I felt like so like, I don't know, slothful and large and like, I don't know. Yeah. It's just like not even true. It's fine. Like I messed up, whatever. Like, yes, that was like not prudent of me to just eat a whole candy bar or whatever.
It's also not going to hurt you in the long run.
It's not doing wonders for my body, but it's not going to kill me either. It's not like it's a habit or anything. Anyway, and so it's like just eating something green. If you need good, like healthy ideas, I am not a vegetarian by any means, but some of those like vegetarian Instagram accounts, they have such creative ways of like preparing vegetables and stuff that, I eat the same 3 vegetables all the time. Yeah. Lettuce, peas, and green beans.
Yep. You had mentioned making a special drink, and I also have that on my list. And I think even maybe more than the drink itself, it forces you to slow down maybe, and just the act of making that drink, the thought you're putting into it, and then taking the time to sit down and drink it, I think can be a good way to just, I don't know, take some time to focus, maybe quote a verse while you do it or whatever. But just the act of making the drink and then enjoying it, I think can lift you up.
Yeah. I'm not endorsing using throwaway cups every time, but if you do, like sometimes I'll make myself a coffee for the road. And I use like the Starbucks style, like plastic cups with a lid and everything. You know how you write your kids lunch notes on their like napkins sometimes? Maybe you don't do that. I don't know. But you can write yourself notes on your little coffee cup and maybe it'll hit you at the right time. You write a little Bible verse on or something. It's kind of fun. I don't know. A weird idea. Random. My next one is clean one room from top to bottom. I feel like sometimes when we're super overwhelmed and we just can't get it all done or we feel like a bad homemaker or whatever, just cleaning the kitchen or like one room. Mm-hmm. It's done. It looks good. It's presentable. You know, the rest of the house might still be a wreck, but you got that done.
Yeah. Mine's a lot less ambitious. I have to clean a window.
We also had to organize a drawer. I love that one. That was smart. Yeah. Clean a window. There you go.
Clean windows. Whenever I clean my windows, I'm like, why did I not do that sooner?
Yeah.
And it just gives you a clear perspective, if I may.
It's so hard though. Oh, Shayna. Okay then. But it's so hard right now this time of year with like mowing. I feel like it just gets grass all over the windows. Like you could clean them outside and inside every week.
My window, like the windows stay pretty clean if I clean them once in a while. But the doors, like we have a lot of glass doors in our house. And like I will clean them and 5 seconds later the kids will come put their hands on them. And how do you stop that? Like,
yeah. I mean, it's not even something I waste my breath on because it's going to just happen again.
Just like, whatever.
Yeah. I have go barefoot outside and listen to nothing. Sometimes when you're just feeling down or angry or have all the cares of the world on you or something, I have done this already where I just walk out to the shed, like freezing cold, whatever. I don't even put a coat on because you won't die, right? And just walk out to the shed and back again and just like breathe in. What?
That's called grounding, isn't it? When you're barefoot.
I didn't say I was barefoot in the winter, but yeah.
Like there is a thing called, I saw it on Reluctantly Crunchy.
Oh yeah, everybody calls it grounding now, but I'm hesitant to use that word because it's just going barefoot, like whatever. Yeah. And like, is there any kind of like mystical European? Is there any like mystical like
no, I don't know.
Middle Eastern medicine involved with that?
I don't think so. I think it's just the physical act of getting your feet in the dirt.
It's the trendy hashtag for going barefoot.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, we are so trendy.
Barefoot all our lives. Who knew that we were so trendy?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, gratitude. List 3 things that you're grateful for. And I think we all know that gratitude goes a long way in improving your attitude.
Yeah, even non-Christians, and they do their meditations and their gratitude journals and everything. I think everyone understands like that's putting your heart in a position of positivity.
Right, but it can be so easy to forget when you're in that funk.
Yeah, I have when you're feeling ugly, and can you tell I have low self-esteem sometimes? I don't know. Tell your husband you feel ugly. And maybe he'll set you straight. At least that's how it is for me. Sometimes I'm just like, I feel ugly. And like, I don't know. Josh is like words of affirmation. So he usually sets things right.
Never. If I fish for a compliment.
Would he agree with you?
Yes, he would. He's like, yeah, you are. Like, he will not. If I fish for a compliment. He's being funny. If I fish for a compliment, I for sure ain't getting one.
Oh, man. That's funny. Well, that's part of being honest, right? I like, if I didn't tell him, that he'd eventually be like, what's up with you? And I'd be like, I just feel so ugly right now. Anyway, that rarely ever happens. And I don't want to ever say that around my daughter, but yeah, anyway.
I think the only one I have left is to wear a fun t-shirt or fun socks.
Yes, fun socks, right? I love your shirt. I think we've talked about it enough in this episode.
It's got enough airtime.
Can you link it?
Yeah.
Okay. All you flamingo lovers. By the way, her soul just gravitated towards that flamingo shirt. She had no choice because it is in her blood.
Yes.
Our grandmother literally she's like a very old, like she's an old order Mennonite woman in her 70s. And she has a not giant, but she has a pink flamingo. She's just got a new one. You have to stop by.
She has so many flamingos.
Well, just in her yard, she only has one.
Okay.
But yeah, she has a pink flamingo in her flower bed and it rusted away. Now she's got another one.
Nice.
And yeah.
She has a whole bathroom decorated.
Didn't you make her a robe?
Yes.
With flamingos
she has
on
a
it?
flamingo robe.
Well, her bathroom's swans.
Oh, swans.
Which I don't endorse.
She likes
I
swans
hate swans.
too.
I'm terrified of them.
They're scary.
Yeah.
She should do her bathroom in flamingos.
Yeah. Well, she needs to redo it. We can help her out.
We should.
Yeah, I have take a nap, which does not work for me because I feel like
I have that
grouchier yet when I
too.
wake up. I have pray for your issue. I think that's a no-brainer. Like Gina said at the beginning, there's so many spiritual things we could say, but we're trying to look for like really tangible stuff. I also have like sometimes just like I taught an art journaling class with high schoolers in the area at a Christian school, and art journaling and stuff. We talked about how that can be like a mood booster and stuff, but that's like really involved. So I wrote, just write something down in like a different handwriting or something. Just that act of stopping. It's kind of that same idea with like making a coffee or something. It's getting creative just for a tiny little bit. I have plant something or pick a little project that can be done in 15 minutes. I think we kind of talked about that. What about Wordle?
Yeah. Challenge your brain maybe
Yeah.
would be the point in that one.
I guess. Do you do Wordle?
I used to. I have not done it for
Yeah.
a while. I should get into it again.
I have always, when I started, I was like one of those late adapters to it. And when I started, it was exactly a year ago. I have not, like, I've been faithful. Like, I mean, I miss days here and there, but like, it's never like, oh, I forgot about it for a while. Like, do you remember that trivia crack game?
Yes.
Like, I don't do like mobile games, but there was a game called Trivia Crack.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm sure some of you guys remember. Yeah, you could like challenge your friends.
That was fun.
I learned stuff.
Yeah. And I think the mental stimulation is really good for your mood.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, I have on here again. Call your husband and tell him you're down. You're not feeling good. Sometimes I'll do like, I'll just be like feeling Mondays for some reason. I'm like, I think it's all like the social interaction. And I'm like coming off of this high. I am an extrovert, I guess. I like some quiet moments, but I think Mondays can sometimes feel kind of gray or like, I don't know anybody in the whole world. And like,
See, I like Mondays.
I do like Mondays. I do. But I think sometimes, especially after vacations or something like that, you're
After
around
vacation,
people.
I always miss Eric.
Yes,
Like,
I
on
miss
Mondays.
Josh so
Yeah.
much. I'll be like, I'm just feeling down or
Yeah.
whatever. Oh, I have make something from scratch. That, like, do you ever make something random from, you make mushroom soup, right? Cream of mushroom soup?
Well, cream of chicken.
Cream of
Yeah.
chicken soup.
I'm
Yeah,
not allowed
like,
to have
wow.
mushroom.
Just like try making something from scratch. The
Yeah.
other day I did not have any, what was it? I don't even remember. It was probably like pizza crust or something very unglamorous, but I was like, I'm going to make it myself. I don't know.
Challenging yourself and maybe making something you never made before.
Yeah.
does
Maybe the point.
Give you that satisfaction of a job well done.
Consider the advice that your friend would give, that you would tell a friend if they were saying, this is how I'm feeling right now. Like, what would your friend say? Like, just be kind to yourself. We're way more kind to our friends than we are to ourselves.
Yeah, I think about that sometimes too. I'll think terrible things about myself and be like, what if my friends knew that I thought that about myself? Like, they would not appreciate that.
They would be
Like,
mad
they
at
would-
you.
Yeah. Or if I pictured them thinking that about themselves.
Yeah, I'd be like, slap you.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah, I would be upset.
And you'd give them 5 reasons why it's not true.
Right.
And so think of those 5 reasons and tell those to yourself. I have 2 more. One is listen to a fun, cheery, light, and fluffy podcast. Maybe like this episode. Refer back to this one. People always ask for podcast recommendations, and it's so hard for me. Like, there's some that obviously I feel like you guys would know, but like other ones, like I think they hit me different than they might hit you. So I don't know. I don't really have a great list or anything, but just Google like keywords of stuff. Like maybe you are into decluttering, like type in decluttering and stuff will pop up, specific episodes, and you might find a whole channel that you like or like a random thing you're interested in. Don't do true crime though. I tried that for a little bit and no, it's not for me.
I just thought of something else. Listen or read a book that was a favorite in your past, like Anne of Green Gables or Chronicles of Narnia. When I am sad, and I just realized this lately, I go back to those old favorites because I want something that I've heard before, because I don't want any anxiety. I want to know what's happening.
You want to know the ending.
I want to know the ending.
But you kind of forget the details.
But you forget the details, and it's so comforting and just like something nostalgic about it too.
Yeah, and if you want to take that a step further, oh my word, we should link these on Amazon. The classics, they've reprinted them in like beautiful covers, and like they're just so like, talk about romanticizing your reading. Like,
Yeah.
have you seen some of them? Like the
No, I haven't.
Secret Garden and like some of that stuff. It's so cute. Okay, and the last one I have on here is say you're sorry. Sometimes you're just feeling like a loser person because you have been a loser person. And sometimes it just takes the humility of saying, I'm sorry, and just stopping and not like defending yourself. It's so hard. That's the
a good
hardest one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, hold myself accountable to that. And remember that feelings are feelings and they come and go, and feelings are not facts.
Right.
And if all else fails, make it through till bedtime and things will look better in the morning.
They usually do.
Yep. Oh, man. Anyway, so hopefully you're not in that place, but save this episode for when you are and you can go back through. I can't wait to count up all the ideas. We'll have to put that in the title.
I'm impressed how many different ones we had.
We did not have a lot of repeats at all.
Yeah, we did good.
Some of them were the same angle, but from different personalities.
Yes.
Which is kind of fun because we're like basically the copy and paste of each other in some ways, but like very opposite in others. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, let me know if you have anything to add to the list or one that you want to try this week. I already feel like I want to go on Amazon and buy up some of those classic pretty books.
Yeah.
No retail therapy for me. I'm feeling good, so I don't need to buy myself a present at the moment. So anyway, thank you all for being here.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.